Good morning again to all of you. Dadhichi here from astrology.com.au. Excuse me, I'm just going to get settled here. Pardon me. It's been a while since I've had a chance to get back to you all and talk to you about my passion, astrology. And I've noticed too that we're getting a lot more subscribers on the channel, so thank you to all of you who've tuned in to listen to what I have to share with you. It's interesting that the general view of astrology by the populace, by the majority of people who pick up the newspapers or the magazines, seem to believe that the position of the sun sign astrology that we usually read our horoscopes from is somehow the be all and end all of astrology and is supposed to magically tell us absolutely everything about ourselves. It's just so far from the truth. In fact, I have to laugh when I get emails and naively and innocently so of people asking me, hey, look, I'm a Gemini and I've just met this beautiful Sagittarian girl. Are we destined to get married? Well, look, I suppose I am a little guilty of continuing to perpetuate this, let's call it a fallacy in some ways, that the sun sign is sufficient for us to get a full overview of a person's life and their compatibility with another person. It is really the tip of the iceberg. I mean, the sun is only one of the celestial bodies at the time we're born that can give us an insight into the personality, the destiny to some extent. The sun, as an example, is what the Vedic astrologers called Atma Karaka, the significator, the natural significator of one's soul, one's spirit. Western astrologers refer to this as the willpower, the overall personality of the person, the basic drive. However, there are other planets, other bodies in the heavens, and that is where having the horoscope prepared properly at the exact moment of birth for the city, the latitude and the longitude of birth, can reveal just so much more. The moon, which relates to the instinctive responses of a person, will again colour the sun sign reading so much more. Then of course we have the rising sign, which is to point directly east at the time of birth. So we have what we call the tripod of the horoscope already, just 3 points, showing us how much more breadth and depth we can gain from studying a horoscope. The moon showing us the instincts, the sun showing us the basic willpower, the personality, and then the ascendant, which, as the Westerners say, is the mask or the presentation of both of these other two important factors of our birth charts. We look at Mercury for the communication. In Vedic astrology, Mercury is the significator of cousins, uncles. If we look at Venus, we realize that this is the planet of love. It indicates to a large extent to our sociability and also finances, because it rules the sign of Taurus, which is a very earthy sign. If we look to Mars, again you can see step by step we are gradually increasing our knowledge of the person and giving us so much more information. Mars relates to the drive, the physical passions of the person. It's an aggressive planet. So we can see those areas where the person is likely to excel and to really focus their energy as well. Then of course we have Saturn. Oh, incidentally, Mars is in Vedas considered the significator of brothers and sisters, land, property. This is called Bharatra Karaka and also Bhumi Karaka. This is relating to these departments of life. So in the horoscope, if we look at these individual planets, we can glean so much more information than we otherwise would have simply from looking at the position of the Sun, which is the point I'm trying to drive home to you all just now. Saturn is the karmic planet, along with the North Node and the South Node, three very important karmic planets. Many Western astrologers, for some strange reason, seem to omit Ketu, or the South Node. This is a very, very significant point in the chart, giving us loads of information on the genetic history of the person, why they are who they are now, the karmic lapses in the last life, all these sorts of very subtle details that can give so much colour and information when we're studying a horoscope. The planet Jupiter has to do with the philosophical viewpoints, our dharma, the guru or the preceptor or teachings, knowledge, higher knowledge that is. And Jupiter is called the Guru Karaka, or the Bhagya Karaka. Guru meaning teacher, where we gain our knowledge from, and the Bhagya, which is fortune. It is considered naturally the greater benefic or good luck planet. The three outer planets, such as Uranus, Neptune and Pluto, aren't often looked at in that much detail by the Vedic astrologers. Some of the more progressive astrologers do like to look at this. I tend to note that if these planets are in the angular positions of the horoscope or touching sensitive points like these 3 points of the tripod, the Sun, Moon and the Ascendant, then these outer planets will also have some influence, if not a large influence, on our lives. So you can see that the point I'm making here is that we are really treading on a slippery slope if we automatically assume that sun sign astrology is the be-all and end-all. It can give us a hint, a pointer, just as I suppose if a doctor was asked to look at the complexion of someone and determine whether they had anemia or not. Sure, the doctor would say, it's quite likely that there are some markers there that we need to investigate a little bit more closely, but until I get the blood test, I'm not going to really be able to tell you the true nature of your disease or your problem. That's precisely what I'm talking about here. So keep an open mind, and if some of you that are watching this are skeptics, and I'm constantly getting bombarded by skeptics who want to prove their point, all I can say to you is, look, skepticism is great. Just keep an open mind, investigate, and expand this narrow view. Of course, we should all be skeptical. I'd be skeptical too if someone presented me only 1/10 of the truth. Astrology is such a rich and varied subject with so many other factors other than the sun to expand our knowledge. Keep an open mind, and I hope you'll come and visit me again here when we investigate this a little bit more deeply. Take care.